Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. If you have not been here before, my name is Frank and I just enjoy the hobby of comic book collecting. Everything that includes speculation, buying big collections, and just the hunt for those deals and those awesome key first appearances. So today's video, we have a bit of a different one. Usually I do like an unboxing video of comics that I bought in the wild. This one I actually have some CGC graded comics that I speculated on and bought. One is already paid off, and we'll get to that. But I've had these for a bit now, and several of them I'm super happy to own. So yeah, but before that, just if anybody didn't know, I am doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, and I'm going to do a whole separate video. It's a free giveaway. So at 100 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away this Spider-Man 1 signed by Todd McFarlane, and I'll do a whole separate video on how you can be entered to win that. It's completely free. It'll just be something you have to comment in the section below, and I will do a random generator and choose a winner. That's pretty much it, but let's get into these slabs. I'd also like to jump in here and say that by no means am I a professional investor, so these comics are definitely just my opinions and books that I'm speculating on. You can do your own thing, do whatever you want. You don't have to agree with this or anything, but this is just stuff that I'm speculating on, and I think has the opportunity to pay off. You never know what they're going to come out with. So these are just all speculation. Anything, is always going to be just speculation. You never know how the market's going to go. So these are just comics that I'm specking on. So don't take it with a grain of salt. And, if you like what you see, consider picking yourself up a copy. Now, first up, we got a pretty cool comic here. We have All-Star Comics number 58, the first appearance of Power Girl, who is... it's like Earth 2's Supergirl, and this is a pretty cool comic. This is her first appearance, and she's just a cool character, and you never know with DC what they're going to do, so she could be a character that eventually gets released. This is not an expensive comic at all. This 7.5 I bought for $160, I believe, maybe a little bit less. And it's really just an inexpensive key, and one that doesn't cost that much to speculate on. So you don't have to really invest that much. So you could kind of just put it off to the side and maybe hope that it goes up again in the future. And then, you're going to see several, X-Men on this list. This one is Iron Fist number 14. It is the first appearance of Sabretooth. And again, I just think that this is a pretty affordable comic book, and one that I think is really, really great to just invest in right now. X-Men keys are going to be hot when the X-Men come, in my opinion. Again, in my opinion. But the X-Men are coming. The rights are back at Marvel. Disney, Marvel, they're going to be releasing X-Men. They already announced X-Men 97, so they're going to continue that animated series. But at some point the X-Men are going to appear. And Sabretooth, the longtime rival of Wolverine, is just a great comic to be invested in. Even the higher grades really aren't that expensive for this book. So I picked this up for, I believe, around 150, so that wasn't too bad. But really, it's not that expensive, so I'm just stashing it away. I don't even think about it. All right, and next up, we have Miss Marvel number 18, which is the first full appearance of Mystique. That is a cool character to be invested in. Again, Sabretooth, Mystique is going to be definitely a little better than Sabretooth to be invested in. Mystique is a great character. Now, this is her first full appearance. So it's kind of like Hulk 180, Hulk 181, that never-ending battle between first appearances. But this one isn't as highly debated. I mean, it's just, it's her first full appearance, and it's just a great comic to own. Again, if X-Men come, we're gonna see Mystique. Let's be honest. Like, how could they hide Mystique? She's one of the greatest characters. And this again is a pretty affordable key right now. I don't know if it'll ever be unaffordable because there's a lot of issues out there right now. Like, there's a lot of them. But this is just a great comic to own. And again, one that wasn't that expensive. I think I paid like $130 or $140 for it. I might be off on these numbers. I can't remember exactly what I paid for them because it's been a little while now that I've invested in them. So yeah, Miss Marvel number 18 and a 7.0. Okay, and the last of our little X-Men run, we have Avengers Annual number 10 in a 7.5. And this is the first appearance of Rogue. Yes, Rogue, none other than Rogue herself. And Rogue has just always been like a really popular character with X-Men. Again, if X-Men come, I have full faith that we're going to see Rogue. There's just so many X-Men characters that they can come out with, but I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to make a series, because a series would be really cool just because of how many X-Men there are. I mean, there are a ton of X-Men. There's just so much they could do with the series. I would love if, like, the bigger X-Men, they made like movies for them, and then they also did like series for some of the sub ones, so that way you at least give them some, screen time, because there's a lot of characters that I think that people would love to see in X-Men runs that they just really haven't seen yet in the movies. But it would be perfect, like, character development if they could do a series, and then maybe sprinkle in like Wolverine and Magneto and Professor X. I think that would be awesome. That'd be so cool. But yeah, so first appearance of Rogue. And again, another affordable key that's really not that expensive right now. And I think just a great key to own. Oh. And I believe I paid $140 for this one as well. Maybe, no, I paid less. I paid around $110, $120 for this one. All right, and next up, this is actually, I think, a really great comic to be into right now. This is Batman number 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. And you have to be careful on this one. You see how it's a blue label. There's nothing missing. Usually the pinup is missing in these, so you always have to watch out for that if you're buying any raw copies and you don't know what you're getting into. But Batman 181 is an awesome comic to be invested in. Poison Ivy is just a great character, and Batgirl season 3, I believe it is. Poison Ivy has already been cast, so I've seen pictures of the girl who's playing her, and she looks like she's going to be awesome for Poison Ivy. So this is a great one to be invested in. As soon as the trailer hits with her in it, I think this one's going to come up a little. This comic's always been a little expensive. It's never really been that cheap of a comic, except for when comics were all cheap. But yeah, this is just a great comic. Yeah, definitely one I would be invested in. This one I bought when the market was there weren't a lot on the market, so I bought it for $475, and that's like about what it's worth, but they're going for less than that. So I overpaid, but I think in time it'll pay off, and so that's okay. My motto when I invest in these is, you're invested in comic books, and they've only shown that they've gone up and up and up. Now, we could hit like a recession in comics and them start to finally come down, but it just hasn't shown that over the years, which is kind of a crazy thing to me. So if I buy a comic and I overpay for it, I don't just try to sell it right away. I try to, when I invest in something, I try to have the funds to be able to hold on to it for a while. And I think that's just like the smartest thing to do, because if you sell it at a loss, you lost the money. You guaranteed, you locked in that you lost the money. So to me, I'd rather just hang on to it until I can sell it for more money. I'd much rather do that. And now, next up, we have another key first appearance. We have, this is awesome for me to be able to say, I own this book. It's a great comic. We have Marvel Spotlight number 5. And there have been several rumors. This is the first appearance of Ghost Rider. There have been several rumors that Ghost Rider is coming. And Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, that has been one that people keep specking on, but there are already so many characters in there. If he's in there, I don't think he's in it for very long. Maybe at the end of the movie, after those credit scenes, maybe you'll hear a motorcycle. People would go insane. I think that would be awesome. This has been a popular character for a long time. Now, this is not a cheap comic. Prices for this one just keep climbing and climbing. And I was lucky enough to find a 0.5 that I got a deal. I got this, and then I got Ghost Rider 1, 2, and 10 for $8.75. So, and then oh no, not 775. Sorry. So then I sold the Ghost Rider 1, which it wasn't in bad condition. I sold that for $200. So I'm about $575 into this, which I believe is a great investment. It's a 0.5. Sometimes I just like those really low grade comics, especially if they're a great first appearance. And this is a great first appearance. It's definitely one I would be invested in right now because if you could find a good deal, there aren't a lot of great deals out for this comic unless you buy raw, but then you run the risk on not knowing what the grade's going to be. And all the grades stay kind of high for this one. It's kind of a weird one. It's not like they have a big jump in price until you get into those higher grades, but the lower grades, they're kind of close. It's really weird, but a 0.5 I don't believe has sold in a while last time I checked. So I'm not sure exactly what they're going for, but I believe $5.75 is not a bad price at all to be into this comic. Only the future will tell where this one's going, but I think it's only going to continue to go up in value. And I believe when we get that motorcycle, or that's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome to see Ghost Rider again. All right, next up in our last comic, unfortunately, this one I've been invested in for months, and boy did it pay off. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 50, the first appearance of Wilson Fisk, a.k.a. Kingpin. And this is graded a 5.5. This one was the most expensive graded comic that I've ever bought. This was a great investment. I bought it when the market was kind of starting to show that he was going to appear. I bought this 3 or 4 months ago, and I bought it for $1,050. And I actually just recently, I am in a trade deal to trade this comic away, sadly, because I honestly do feel like this comic still has room on it. So, spoiler alert, Hawkeye ended with Echo shooting at Kingpin, and we don't know what happens, but I believe there's already rumors that Kingpin's going to be back. Why would they show those two together but not explain any of it? And I don't think she killed him. I think she's going to show him that she's a better person than him by not killing him. And I believe the old Kingpin, how he's more darker, is going to be an Echo. And hopefully Charlie Cox, Daredevil, will be in it because that was awesome to see him in Homecoming. I heard so many rumors, but I did not expect to see him at all. I wasn't sure if they were going to do it. That was really cool. But yeah, this is just a great comic to be into. Again, I am trading this one, so eventually I will be shipping it off soon, hopefully. And I already know what comics that I'm getting, and it's going to be great. I'm going to do an unboxing for those, and you guys will get to see what I traded this comic for. So, yeah, and that is my list, everyone. Don't forget, doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers, signed by Todd McFarlane. No COA, but it looks like Todd McFarlane's signature. I don't think that's one that people are going to copy. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Also, stay tuned for this giant box of comics that I just bought the other day. Yes, I did pick myself up a collection. I actually got this one, and then I got another small collection. So people, stay tuned. This is gonna be there's definitely some keys in here that are worthwhile investing into right now as well. So please hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Like the video if you liked it, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.